Hello, it's DerTebbers. Welcome back to Long Castle and your Farming Simulator 2013 Mod Spotlight. There have been some changes here on the farm. First off, we added the Ford pickup truck because of reasons. I needed to get around. That's mainly the reason. So, other things that we've done, we need to harvest. So today's mod is actually going to be a harvester because I got rid of the in-game harvester. I also got rid of the in-game tractors. I've replaced it with the 2 cases and the class there. I got rid of some of the other mods because they were causing me... Actually, did I get rid of any mods? No, I just got rid of some of the trailers because there was really no reason to store all of the trailers. And then there's the New Holland there. So we have to do some harvesting. So let's head into the shop and let's get a couple harvesters. What we're going to do is I'm going to get some harvesters from Season 1 and from Season 2. And we're going to compare it to this new harvester that I picked up. You can see I bought and planted these fields, each with a different crop. I also dropped off the little containers by all these fields for reasons of I felt like it, which is really the only reason I had. Alright, so we're almost into the shop. Go. Stop. Okay. So let us go to our mods. To our harvesters. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and buy this guy because we're going to do some comparisons here. I'm not going to buy that. And buy this guy. Alright, so these were the two that were kind of duking it out last season. The Season 1 winner, which was the Cat Lexion 590R and its sister. And then last season we had the Class Lexion 770 TerraTrack. Both really nice. Now the Class, of course, took Season 2 because of all of the extra features. So I went out and found myself another harvester. This time I found a New Holland CR9090 Elevation. Apparently a big boy. This is a I think I want to say it's a Class 9 harvester. Yeah, it's a Class 9 harvester. 12,500 liters of capacity. Yep, and it should have about 1,000 liters of fuel. 319,000. The TerraTrack was 370. I think that's within the ballpark, so let's buy that. Why are you facing the other door? Why do you have to be different than everybody else here? Everyone else is going to get in line. You're going to be different. Ugh, pain in the butt. Okay, so it is... let's get in here and let's start it up and let's turn it around so it actually faces the right dang direction. Alright, so jumping in and driving it, you know, it starts up nice and quick. It has plenty of beacons. Those are of course important. It turns at 2 miles an hour. Which, well, whatever there. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do is line up the rear wheels a little bit. So we can have a nice little comparison here. Oh, look at the fans! Look at the fans moving on the side. That is really neat there. Cool. Alright, so let's shut her down. Hop out. Alright. So it does look bigger than the Lexion. Alright, can we clip through? We can clip through that, which... Can I clip through that on this one? I don't think I can. Yeah, I can. Okay. So we can't mark it down for that. We can clip through that unit on all of these, which actually doesn't make sense because that is an articulated unit. We've talked about articulation before on this game. And the difficulty of actually making an articulation unit that is not walk-throughable. Walk-throughable? Yeah. Everything else seems, I mean, perfectly fine. I can walk through the tires, but I think... No, I couldn't walk through the tires there. Okay, yeah, alright. So I can phase through the tires, which isn't exactly the best, but... Yeah. Alright, so let's get inside. We have more fuel than we actually should, but... What are you going to do? There's no IC, so it definitely loses out to the class in that respect. Alright, so let's start her back up again. Okay, I'm going to move her out of the way-ish. Acceleration is extremely slow. Oh, here comes the power. We shifted into high gear. Okay, so it doesn't run away like, you know, some combines in this game. They just run away. Alright, let's hit L. Look at that. I have a small problem with the structure of that unfold, the way it clipped, but what are you going to do? Nice big pipe out there. Okay, so now let's grab some heads. We're going to grab the cat head, the class head, and this head is a $38,000 head, which is cheaper than all the others. It does make me kind of question things here. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Alright, let's go and get... let's get the cat. We're just going to back him up and try to get him out of the way. And... okay, that's as far back as we can go. Alright, this one's turn. Alright, let's go. Alright, and Clippy. No, no Clippy. No Clippy. Someone pointed out that it's the ground here in this shop that is kind of weird, and they're right. Stuff can be skittered around a lot easier here, so the ground here on the shop of this map isn't exactly the best. Alright. One thing I really do like about the class, when it lifts its head, you can see it's actually an exertion for the size of the head. You can see how it lifts one head over the one half of the head instead of moving as one unit. If that makes sense. Stop there. I want you also to go into work mode. Lower that. See how that one folds out there? It looks a lot more realistic than the New Holland. Right, so turn that one off. Okay, yes I can. Should be able to make this turn. Well, not exactly, but I can get close to making this turn. Come on. Go. Come on. Go. Pick it up on the fly. On the sly fly. Alright. So, we already know that this one's head is smaller than the head of the class. I'm going to park it in the gate here, just to annoy the game. Yeah. Like that. And lower. So see how that lowers as one big unit there and lifts as one big unit? Right? So that looks, you know, as a solid bar. Which, you know, it is a solid bar. But if we go to this one, can I lift with the engine? Okay. Now watch when it lifts. See how it doesn't exactly lift straight? I think that's a neat feature there. Okay. So now let's go get our big New Holland. Notice how the fans don't move? I get in, fans move. It's triggered to me, not to the engine. That's kind of disappointing. Alright, let's back him up. Page up there. Back up faster. Alright, let's get this head. I did read a little bit about this combine. Nothing that really jumped out at me as just amazing other than it set the world record for the most harvested in 8 hours, which is interesting. But, I mean, this is just me, but I have a feeling that you could do that with any combine if you have a good team with you. Alright, so the head on this is shorter than the class head. Alright, so let's lower this guy down. Cool. Turn him off a minute. Alright, I just want to make sure I can't walk through every bit of this head. Nope. Nope. Looking good. Yeah, I can walk through there, but I can walk through there on the other ones as well. Again, the articulation is just a problem with the way this game works. Alright, so it's a big one. Let's go and set him to work. I'm going to have to move the cat now. Dadgummit. Now, I read that the author actually mentioned canola in their description. So we're actually going to set the New Holland to work on my canola field, which is that one right over there. I'm just going to park the cat over here right now because I really don't care. Stop. Alright. But one of my problems I'm going to have right now is just that. Wait, what did that say? Okay, let's hit J and see what happens. Oh, look at that. You can come out here and switch to that or that. I honestly don't know the difference, but y'all can tell me what the difference is. Also, was there a corn head for this thing? There is not a corn head. There is a cutter trailer. We'll buy the cutter trailer just to look at it. I'm not gonna actually use it. It looks like your standard cutter trailer. I mean, it doesn't look much different than oh, where's the cutter trailer for the that one or that one. I mean, they'll pretty much serve the same purpose. So I like how this one for the New Holland and that one for the cat, when they are not hitched up to anything, they actually are touching the ground, whereas this one is hovering. That's kind of weird to me, but yeah, I don't see any big, like, yeah, it's a head trailer. Alright, start up the engine. Am I going to make it out this? We're about to find out. So see, it doesn't do the offset lift like the class. I think that's kind of a drawback. I'm not going to ding the mod for that because it's an extra feature, but still. Oh, he must have had trouble getting traction in there? What? Why are we suddenly going 15? Watch out, car, I'm going to combine you. Alright, we're going to just set it going this way. Because I feel... Oh, let's drive on the crop, see if wither is on. There is no wither on this one. Whether you like wither or not, I don't know, but... There you go. No wither on this one. Alright, so straw, swath, or chopped. We know what that does. Let's go ahead and hire this guy on the canola. I don't see anything special going on there. Oh well. So there he goes. Off on his harvest. It's a hired worker, so that works just fine. So yeah, I mean it's a big combine. It is a very big combine. If you need a New Holland, here you go. Really nice New Holland. 12,500 liter capacity. I believe that's the same capacity as is held by the cats are 12,000, and I believe the Lexions are actually bigger, 12,850. So capacity-wise, the Lexions will beat out the New Holland. And also the Lexion has a bigger head. Now, you can, of course, interchange heads as necessary. But, you know, I sort of like to keep equipment together, especially if you're picking up a mod. You're picking up a mod and a pack of stuff, so often that all should go together. I like the little detail of the fans. I think that's cool. Let's get in so we can look inside. Yeah, things are filling up nicely. We're a quarter full. It looks like there's about a quarter worth of stuff in there. It just looks like a neat... It's another combine. Now, whether it's like the world's best combine, that's up to debate. But let's switch back to that. I have a hired worker. I can't do that apparently. All right, let's wait till he gets to the end of the line. Thank you, sir. Go away. Why can't I switch back to the... All right, fine. Do it this way then. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 turns that on. 7, 8, 9. Nothing. All right, so pick that back up. All right, so there we go. If you're looking for a New Holland combine, here is a New Holland combine for you. It's got plenty of capacity on it. It works with the hired worker. It looks pretty neat. Now, I mean, there's some little things here and there that I don't like about it, but you all know that I'm often nitpicking things. Though, when it comes down to it, wrong direction, when it comes down to it, I'd rather have this combine. I mean, when you can have cameras and really, you can leave this up here and drive the combine and know where everything is because you can see. I just think that that adds a huge amount to the game. So there you go. The link is down below for the New Holland CR9090 Elevation. Makes me think of the U2 song off the Tomb Raider soundtrack. Anyway, links down below in the description. As always, if you're looking for New Holland, here's a nice New Holland for you. There are nitpicks with it, but right now it's a working combine and it's doing its job. So until next time, this has been DerTebbers with your Farming Simulator 2013 Mod Spotlight here in beautiful Longcastle. Bye.